Hello, my name is Anthony, and you're watching Defining Time. So you want to know what a watch crown is, do you? Well, I think I can help you. To begin with, the crown of a watch is what you typically see on the watch case around the 3 o'clock position. This is not always where it's at, but this is typically where it's at. Sometimes it's at the 4 o'clock position, the 2 o'clock position, or sometimes even the 9 all the way on the other side of the watch. What's the difference? Well, it's all a matter of aesthetics and comfort. Some people don't mind that the crown is where it is at the 3 o'clock. Others want a little bit more comfort when they bend their wrist, so they move it to different positions, all the way to the other side, especially for people who are left-handed. Now that you know where the watch crown is, what is the crown? Well, the crown is the little knob that you use to do a couple of different things. One, you can use it to wind the watch, like watches of a long time ago, before quartz watches that run on batteries. You had to wind watches to make them run. And so this is what you used to wind them. You can also use it primarily to set the time of the watch and the date. The things that you should know about the crown, though, is that there are different kinds of crowns. And that is, there's a push-pull crown and a screw-down crown. This can make the difference in the water resistance of a watch. Most dive watches have what is called a screw-down crown. And that is, the crown itself screws into a locking position that is watertight. Other types of crowns are just a pull it, push it. When you pull it out, you set it, you turn it. When you push it in, it locks or deactivates to where you can move it and nothing happens. But the key factor is water resistance. If one is screwed down, it means you get more water resistance than when it's not, because it is sealed to outside elements. One last thing about the watch crown that you might find interesting is where it gets its name. Why do they call this part of the watch the crown? Well, think about pocket watches. Where was the winding mechanism, the knob, on a pocket watch? The watches that we used before wristwatches. It was at the top, at the 12 o'clock position. Well, the mechanism that is used, that is the common mechanism now, was developed in 1844. It was invented in 1844 by Jean-Adrien Philippe, half of the brand Patek Philippe. He was the one that invented the current mechanism that we use, and when he put his knob on top of a watch, the design of the knob resembled a crown that the Western monarchs at the time were wearing in Europe. And so, because it was sitting at the top, the head of the watch, and because it looked like a crown, guess what it started to be called? A crown. If there's a lesson at all to be learned from what you've heard about a watch crown, is this. It's a small part of the watch, but it is critical to the function of it. And that is why on many watches, not all, there are crown guards, pieces of metal that are part of the case or other attachments that are put onto the case to keep the crown from being bumped or broken. It's a critical bit of wisdom to guard those things that are important. And that is why I always like to close my videos by saying, watches are replaceable, but time is not. So use it wisely. Check out our other videos here at The Humble Horologist. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, do all those good things, and we would most appreciate it. Thank you for watching.